I'm Zach Dora.
And I'm Tyler Simpson. And welcome to Bridging the Gap, Episode 1.
All right, Tyler. So like every other 20-something-year-old Gen Zer, slightly addicted to TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on TikTok the other day, and I saw this video. It was a interview of President Obama, and I'm not too sure I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I think it was on the Brian Tyler Cohen podcast.
Okay. So it was a quick 10-second video though, and it said that President Obama said that basically he confirmed that aliens are real. Which I thought was kind of crazy. I mean, we've been seeing that since like 2020 though. Like the Pentagon's like, oh yeah, unidentified flying objects, all these fun different things. But then what Obama said basically, it was the funniest thing ever, because Obama was like, yeah, aliens are real. I've never seen them, but I've been told they're real.
Yeah, and then apparently the next day he backtracked his comments and he was like, oh, well, I was just saying, I assume they're real. So, maybe his PR team nudged on his shoulder and said, hey, man, you gotta put a comment out there.
Interesting. Okay. And I read an article today that, President Trump said that it was a big mistake for President Obama to say these things. Apparently he's leaking classified information, to say these things on this podcast. And maybe we can get a president on here to tell us about some secret information.
Yeah. Spill the beans. I mean, we're all wondering.
Oh my gosh. In the article, I remember saying he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. Which I don't know if that's Trump just being Trump, or if that's him trying to cover his bases of aliens are real.
Either that, or he wanted to be the guy to, drop that bomb on us.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. His last day in office. Oh yeah, by the way, aliens are real. It's been a cover up.
So Tyler, do you think aliens are real now?
I'd be really shocked if they weren't.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they've been to Earth. I don't know. I've never personally seen one, but I definitely don't want to count it out, because you never know. I mean, I've never left this planet. You never know what's out there. It's a big war. It's a big universe out there.
It is a big universe out there. I mean, in theory, the aliens could exist. And technically, when I was talking about this, like this question was obviously always the thing with, it's always been a question since we were born of like, are aliens real? Ever since, science fiction, all those fun things. But it's like, in theory, bacteria, if it lived on Mars and there was a living bacteria, even if it was a single-celled organism, that's an alien, technically.
Yeah.
So, like,
really, anything, life,
non-human cellular objects, Yeah. But I mean, Obama basically made it sound like there's aliens. He said that they might not be at Area 51 though. So
yeah, I mean,
maybe storming Area 51 wasn't worth it.
No, definitely not. Well, that was just during COVID. There was nothing to do.
True. Well, wasn't that September of 2019, or was that September of 2020?
Maybe it was September 2019. Maybe it was right before COVID.
I mean, we all know the world ended when Harambe was,
Well, that's when my world ended. I
mean,
2016. I'll stand on this hill. That was the best year ever.
Yeah, everything definitely. 2016 was great. Energy, yeah. Summer just felt like summer.
Yeah, that was the best summer. I mean, I know you played Pokemon Go. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, I actually never did. I made fun of Hillary Clinton saying let's Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh well, that was corny.
Yeah,
but honestly,
yeah,
it was fun. It was a fun experience. I mean, got us some exercise. The boys and I, we'd walk all around my 2 square mile town, go to all the Poke stops.
Did you guys have a gym in Stanhope?
No, we had one in Netcong right next door.
Oh, okay. Hopefully it wasn't in the Heights.
No, it was actually right on the border, right by Lake Netcong.
Okay, next to the church?
Yeah, it was actually across the street from it.
At that gas station?
Not the gas station, I'm sorry. The other side of the lake by the growing stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So over by Johnny's then.
Yeah, right over there. It was super convenient too, because we'd go to Bell's Mansion because that was like one of the hot spots. So we'd go there for 20 minutes, go to the gym, and then go back and forth. It was like a nice, 2-minute walk.
Interesting. All right.
That was a good time.
Yeah, man, out in Hardison, the gingerbread castle, which you're not supposed, it's like private property, no trespassing. There was like a legendary Pokemon in there apparently.
So you had everyone breaking in that area.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Sure, the cops had a field day.
Oh, they did. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't know anyone that got arrested, but wouldn't surprise me if people did, because that's like, it's actually behind it is a super fun cleanup zone too. So you might come out of there a little glowing, as we'll say.
Yeah. Like a neon green haircut after. Yeah.
So yeah, aliens, man. Aliens are real. You know, I've been saying that for a little bit now. And Obama, you know, love him or hate him, he's a charismatic guy, and he charismatically said, guess what? Aliens are real.
Yeah. I know. I remember, I think it was a few months ago, there were witnesses who testified to Congress about their experience with extraterrestrials.
Was that like with Tim Burchett?
I think so, yeah.
From Tennessee. Cool guy. But I remember him, was it December or something like that, was saying, I think it was December or late last year, he was talking about, you know, testifying of aliens or UFOs. It wasn't aliens, it was UFOs, because for some reason the federal government likes to put a distinction between aliens and UFOs.
Yeah, it's interesting how they switched the words up. But
yeah. So now we have, you know, apparently aliens and well, to be fair, UFOs could also be the secret government drones that flew over New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fun time too. I remember, you know, we'd go out at night and you'd see a lot of planes in the air.
Were you councilman at the time of that?
I was, yes.
So did you get any complaints from your residents or saying that there was drones overhead?
No, but our mayor was on Fox News.
Gene was on Fox News?
Gene was on Fox News for like a short 10-second clip, sort of saying, you know, talking about like, you know, how he reached out to our local or reached out to our state and federal officials, hasn't heard back.
So I will never forget Assemblyman Brian Bergen from Denville. He was also on council, I think, in Denville too for a while. But he got up there. Now, Brian is a former West Point graduate, and he's an Apache attack helicopter pilot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I will never forget the video that I saw of him going up to this local reporter of like, I think it was News 12 New Jersey or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't care. This is getting ridiculous. Get me up in an Apache attack helicopter and I'll shoot him down myself, basically. It was like the gist of what he's saying.
You would too.
Oh, you would, yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's so many rumors going along too. Everyone was saying it was China because you had the what was it, like the float or the it was like a Chinese float was shot.
Oh yeah, the balloon.
The balloon.
We had a couple of them.
Yeah, so everyone was thinking it was China. They said it was Iran.
Yeah, there was a mothership.
Yeah, I remember someone saying there's a mothership off the Jersey coast.
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what? I don't know.
Apparently, the drones came back in early 2026.
That's what I heard. I didn't see any.
I didn't see any either. I also heard that it was Palantir. I don't know. That's probably gonna put me on a list somewhere now. But you know, I heard that it was Palantir. I heard, you know, there was a bunch of different organizations. I heard that it was like Microsoft. I don't know, man. But the drones thing were crazy. I mean, so much so to the point that you know, everyone was doing like, advertising about it. I remember in Dover on Fruit 15, there was a sign that was like, be prepared for the future, and it had a giant drone on it. And it was like, come get like your robotic engineering degree here. I was like, oh, that's cute, you know?
It's good marketing.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, now we have aliens, we have drones. I wonder if the aliens are driving the drones. Who knows?
Very well could be.
Oh, we'll see.
Maybe Obama will leak that in his next interview.
Oh, you know, or maybe Trump's just going to do.
Maybe Trump will.
At the State of the Union, I think there's a State of the Union next week from Trump.
I think so.
Maybe he'll go up and be like, "They're aliens. They're here. Let me tell you, folks.
The mothership is huge."
So yeah, you know, we'll see where that's going on. And you know, did you see that there was a sinkhole in Phillipsburg, or a couple of them in Phillipsburg?
I did see that. Yeah, I saw 2 trucks fell through.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Great. Getting flashbacks over here from our wonderful year and a half. Well, how long was that? A year and a half? No, it was definitely about.
So there was
like more than 8 months.
Yeah, because there was the initial sinkhole on
Route 80.
I believe it was October, November 24. And then I work off of Route 80. So my first day on my new job was the day the sinkhole opened, or the day Route 80 reopened.
Oh my gosh!
From the original sinkhole, which was great, except for I had to be at work at 8:00 and Route 80 didn't open till 9. So super inconvenient timing, but got to work on time. And then it reopened in March or February. It reopened in February, about a month and a half later.
I remember I was talking with the mayors of Wharton, where it was, obviously. He was like, yeah, we got to start selling shirts that say Sinkhole de Mayo, like Cinco de Mayo. And it's going to Sinkhole de Mayo, and we'll put a picture of, well, I saw memes of people putting pictures of Chris Christie inside of it. I was like, oh, gosh. But, Sinkhole de Mayo is what people, were talking about. And because they were expecting, that's how long they were expecting it to take, until like May. And it went past May.
Oh, I went to July. It was right before July 4th weekend.
Yeah, that was a bane of my existence, because my 35-minute commute from Sussex County to Parsippany turned into an hour and 15 every single day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was during the summer, too, which is crazy.
There were some days it would take me 2 hours because I would go back roads and everyone else had the same idea.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
I became very well acquainted with Green Pond Road off of 23.
Yes. Yeah, I became very familiar with Sussex Morris Turnpike, going into Morristown that way. Up to But the worst part was when the second sinkhole opened on the other side of 80.
Yes.
Because I was coming home from work and I just missed it by about 10 minutes.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So I was almost home. My mom calls me and she was like, "Were you on Route 80?" I was like, I was. I'm just getting off. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh, it reopened on the westbound side." I was like, "Oh, that's good. I was just on that 10 minutes ago. That's great."
Yeah, that's great. Could have just landed 300 feet below me.
Well, the good thing is it wasn't in one of the lanes. It was closer to the median, which was good. But
it's crazy, though, that, like, if you think about that, like, I know Stanhope has, like, don't you guys have a couple of, like, iron mines and stuff like that? Are they below ground, or are they, like, open pit mines?
They're open pit. They're up on the mountains.
Okay, so it's not that bad then.
No.
Because, like, over by me in Franklin, we actually have a couple of roads closed off. And I swear, this is, I can't prove it at all, but I really do think that we got hit with that one bad earthquake about 1.5 years ago. And then, like, you had Route 80 fall in, and then there was a road over in Franklin underneath, because we have at one point, it was the world's largest underground zinc mine. And part of the road fell in now. Like, the road is closed now. And we're seeing a lot of seismic activity, I've noticed recently, if you go on U.S. Geological surveys.
Yeah, like quite a few small, like
small ones, yeah. Like, and I'm like, what is going on here? Because I had, the last time I experienced an earthquake, it was actually at Crystal Springs. I was home, but it was like 2008, and that was like when it was just like it would like shake like the fine china. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 1.5 or something like that, and we only felt it because we were like around the corner from the epicenter. But I remember that one. It was a Friday morning. I was working from home. It was in March or something like that, 2024. And I remember I was working from home and just got off a call, and just like I thought there was a big truck, like a snowplow, coming up my street. That's what it sounded like, at least. And then that house started shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, it was crazy.
Because my place of employment in Green at the time, I thought it's like a work truck just took out something in the building, and I thought we were going down.
It was crazy.
Everyone in my company just started booking it for the door, and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. No, it was insane. And then because like I haven't felt, so when I was in high school, across the street from the high school at Wallkill, my senior year, a house exploded. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and you guys, like, they felt it all the way out in Butler. I know they felt it all the way down by you guys.
I was at Sussex County Community College at the time, and we felt it.
Yeah. And that was at night. After it was my senior year National Honor Society award ceremony, and it was like 2019, I think, and I felt it. Like, I was there at like 9:00 at night is when we left, and it happened at like 11. I was still up, like, just studying for a test the next day. Then all of a sudden, I hear the boom, and I'm like, what? It was wild. And then not every day that house doesn't explode every single day, especially out by us. And then, that's basically what I would equate it to is the earthquake. It was crazy. So there's more sinkholes now in Phillipsburg. I hope that they figure it out. And is there a lot of? Do you know if there's a lot of mining, like of previous mining in Phillipsburg? Like,
I don't know the history of that in the Phillipsburg area, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's right on the border of Pennsylvania too.
Yeah, I know it was a post-industrial town for a lot of the Crayola factory is right across the river.
Mm-hmm. Right, Lafayette.
Yeah, the college is there. Phillipsburg is an interesting town, but it's an industrial town, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot going on there, but it is, it's a cute little, Delaware River town now. But yeah, I don't know. It's insane that we're still having sinkholes like that, and it's not just like a water main break or anything, but it's like an entire dump truck is in the ground again.
Oh, I'm looking at the photo of it. I mean, it almost looks like when the Titanic was sinking. It's at that angle.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wow. Yeah, I thought we were done with sinkholes.
I guess not, man. Let's just hope that there's no more sinkholes in Stanhope.
Yeah, I mean, we've been lucky. We've been lucky in my town, but around us with Route 80, it hasn't been.
I will never hear the end of that from Natalie. If there's a sinkhole blocking her way to work.
Yeah, I mean, it was easier with the original one because I was going the opposite way. But I mean, to get to where I was working, you have to go through It's Route 80 and right. That's it.
Yeah. No, exactly. So, I mean, sinkholes are back again. We have aliens again. And the drones are back. It's a crazy world that we're in right now.
We'll see what else 2026 has for us.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give a quick update on some of the stuff in Trenton because I know obviously we're supposed to talk about politics for the most part. Which hey, all of the former presidents telling you that aliens exist. That's my kind of politics at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree.
But this Monday there's going to be this coming Monday on February 23rd. There's going to be hopefully I think there's going to be a big rally on immigration trust issues, and there's a couple bills in the state legislature right now that are basically the Democrats said that they want to hold ICE accountable, hold them basically not cooperate with people in different things, and to basically I was gonna say handcuff them metaphorically to not abusing people and having constitutional rights. And the Republicans obviously are up in arms over this. They're like, you're hurting our federal agencies. You can't do this. And it's estimated apparently, according to some of them, Paul Canitra, and some of the research that he and his team did, there's 900,000 illegal aliens in New Jersey. That's the research that he did. Yeah. If you had all of them removed, that is 1 in like a quarter congressional districts. And that's legislative districts wise. Their legislative districts are like roughly 300,000 people. That's that's an entirety of 3 legislative districts too.
It's a crazy number to think about.
Yeah, like that's 6 members of the assembly and 3 senators. I'm like this, but here's the thing: people say they're in the cities and stuff. I'm like, they're dispersed everywhere. You guys had in the Hopatcong next door, at least there was a chase down of a couple illegal immigrants. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you've also gotten residents concerned about ICE detention facilities in Roxbury and all these crazy different things going on.
Yeah. There's I've been getting a lot of emails about it. I know some surrounding towns. They passed a resolution saying they were against it, including the town Roxbury, in which it's proposed in. But from what we've seen so far, there's no contract signed. Nothing is definite. I think it was just a discussion, and the public got wind of it. And so that's why, if you go to Roxbury, I know that's not your neck of the woods, but over by me, Roxbury is, a big shopping center around us.
Yeah.
I mean, you see ICE protesters there every day. You see them in Newton as well, and really all across the state.
No, you do. And I don't know. I always question sometimes who has the time to do it. Look, man, I have a full-time job. You have a full-time job. we barely have time for this, you know? And it's like, okay, well, good for you guys to be able to do that, exercising your First Amendment right. It's very interesting to see how that'll shake out, especially with Governor Sherrill's 2 executive orders saying that, I think one of her executive orders was basically saying that, that ICE would not be working with, or that ICE couldn't deploy from any state property, which gets interesting because if they deploy, because that means like state parks, that means state highways, that means state roads. So like Route 23, 94, 206, 181, all those are all state highways and state roads. So like, how do you enforce that? Like,
yeah. Well, I guess it brings up the question. I mean, does federal law trump state law?
Supremacy clause in some ways, yeah. I'm not an attorney just yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have a law degree. This is just based off my history knowledge.
Yeah, no, exactly. So that is definitely an interesting question of like, where does the supremacy clause and how does the federal government interact with state governments? Because like I always describe America as like the Holy Roman Empire, but 2.0. Like we're a confederation of 50 different countries, basically, that said, yeah, let's hang out together.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's what the nation was supposed to be. I mean, before the Declaration or before the Constitution, you had the Articles, which had every state sort of had their own government, and it was like cross-state trading, as they were their own entity rather than as one United States.
Yeah, no, Articles of Confederation definitely were. I mean, they're loosened. Just a very loose, weak document saying, hey, you know what, we're going to be confederated, but we, like you said, are basically going to be 50 at that point, 13 different states, which I always find it interesting because did you know like Vermont wasn't one of the Maine and Vermont weren't part of the 13 colonies?
Are they part of Massachusetts?
Maine was a part of Massachusetts, yeah, but I'm pretty sure Vermont was a part of New York.
I think you're right. Yep.
Yeah. So that's I mean, people think of 13 original colonies, you just think of Maine to Georgia, and it's like, well, Maine didn't exist.
Yeah. Same with West Virginia. That was part of the Greater Virginia colony.
Yeah. I think actually Maine became part of the. No, I don't think it was part of the Missouri Compromise. But it might have been.
No, it was.
Yeah, it was. Maine became a state because it was a union state versus Missouri becoming a slave state.
Mm-hmm.
So that was literally part of the Missouri Compromise. John C. Calhoun and Henry Clay.
Yeah.
Oh, American goats, as we'll put it.
American goats.
American goats.
It's funny.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's funny how you look at some of the old state borders. I mean, I know there's some states right now. I mean, you look at the Greater Idaho movement. You look at
Jefferson.
Yeah. I mean, you look at some of these states who disagree with the overall state policies are looking to move to a state that more favors their constituents' beliefs and their values. And it's interesting. You see that in some parts of Idaho, looking to annex some parts of Oregon. Yeah. The same with West Virginia and Virginia. It's interesting to see how that plays out.
I don't think it'll ever happen. So in Northern California for a long time, there was the state of Jefferson, or it wanted to be at least. And actually, I think there was a referendum in 1941.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What else happened in 1941?
Well, bit of a, something a little more importance happened.
Yeah. So obviously that never happened, but now there's, because of the, the Prop 50 that just happened in California, the redistricting, there was a movement I saw on Twitter of like a couple thousand people that were protesting saying they wanted to create their own state now because they have the population, they have the signatures. The only thing that's tough about becoming a state is that you need to get ratified by 2/3 of the states.
Yeah, and most, like Virginia would never do that to West Virginia, and same with Oregon and Idaho.
No. Speaking of state borders, did you know that New Jersey used to be bigger than what it actually is now?
Really?
Yeah. So there was out by me. Actually, if you go into Orange County, New York, you'll see a bunch of markers, historical markers, and it was called the Orange County War. And there was a bunch of farmers shooting at each other over land rights and what state they were in.
The New Jersey Shea Rebellion.
You literally, they were just like this. No, this is New Jersey. No, this is New York. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. And then did you know like Staten Island? I always said the Staten Island should be part of New Jersey. Just geographically, if you look at it,
it would make sense. I mean, it's right under Bay Island.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. We lost Staten Island because to get Staten Island, you had to do a race. So we raced boats around the island, and I believe we lost. New Jersey lost because our clock was off.
Oh, that's messed up.
It is messed up. Yeah,
it's not fair.
No, it's not. But we lost Staten. I mean, I don't know how much Staten Island produces in GDP or anything, but it's very interesting to see that people we lost Staten Island, and that's why Staten Island was part of New York. But I'm gonna ruin everyone's day saying that Ellis Island's a part of New Jersey because it is, excluding the original island section. Anything built outside the original island is New Jersey.
I learned that. I went there 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's really cool. And isn't the Statue of Liberty technically in the I don't remember if it was the water or if it was the land was New Jersey.
I think it's the water. I'm not too sure on that. I don't want to put out some false.
I don't want to put out fake news right now.
Yeah. I don't want to be that guy.
It's already in the Statue of Liberty is located in Liberty Island, which is a federal property under it's under New York. It is physically located within the geographical waters of New Jersey, though.
Okay, so we're both right.
Yeah. Well, while surrounded by New Jersey, the island is technically an exclave, meaning it's outside the borders, allowing New York.
Maybe when you're in Trenton on Monday, you could ask if we could annex the rights.
There was a bill this year that was introduced to annex Staten Island.
Wow.
Yes. No, it was a feasibility study is what it was.
Wow.
Yes. It has not seen the light of day. But
I can imagine. I think it'd make it too far.
No. But this is what we're spending our tax dollars on. That, and there was Kimchi Day last year that actually went to the floor and was voted on by the governor. And the governor created National Kimchi Day or State Kimchi Day, I guess, in New Jersey. I learned recently that it cost $15,000 to create a bill. So, congrats, $15,000 to create Kimchi Day.
That's not a surprise with our budget.
I know. Yeah, which we're waiting to see how Governor Cheryl comes up with her budget. I think her budget's coming out in 2-3 weeks now. March 10th, I think, is the expected date.
Okay.
So we'll do a video on that. Maybe we'll live stream from the state budget, because I'll try and get a seat on the floor. Be kind of cool to talk about that and then talk to legislators about it afterwards.
Yeah, that'll be a cool experience.
I went to the State of the Budget last year, and it was like, and there was News 12 New Jersey people doing an interview with Senate Minority Leader Tony Bucco, and you see me walking behind him like Sasquatch in the background. I literally was like this.
Oh, really? That's
the funniest shit ever. And I stopped, looked, and I was like, oh gosh. Just like so. Yeah, it's we'll see, how politics shakes up this coming, legislative cycle. Obviously this year we have some big names. We went and met Alex Zidane on Monday at the Lincoln brunch, and then we have Congress coming up. Your Congressman Tom Kaine and my Congressman Josh Gottheimer are up for re-election this year, as are the rest of the members of Congress in New Jersey, and Senator Cory Booker's up for election this year. We'll see how he does. I'm sure he'll win. I'm sure he'll do well. And he has like $20 million in cash on hand right now in his war chest.
Yeah, that definitely makes a factor.
Yeah, it does. It's gonna be tough, but we'll see, because I feel like he's gearing up to run for president.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, in 2028, you may see a lot of Democratic candidates put their names in the ring, similar to 2020. I think they had 17 at one point.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, even maybe potentially Governor Cheryl.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm hearing on the ground.
Yeah, or former Governor Murphy. You never know.
Yeah, I'm going to be nice to Phil. I think he moved. I don't know if he moved back to Massachusetts or not.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If I was him, I would retire, go and move to Italy, back to his villa that he goes to, and hang out my days in Italy, because or just stay relevant enough to because he started off his career in politics, I'm pretty sure, as ambassador to Germany from Obama.
Oh.
Yeah. So, maybe go back and get an ambassadorship if the Democrats win in 2028.
Yeah.
So, more to be continued. I know we're at the 30-minute mark, so more to be continued at our next episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed Aliens, Sinkholes, and Presidents. And Tyler, do you have anything last to say to people?
No, I have nothing. Just, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our first episode. Definitely tune in for episode 2 coming out soon.